Hey everybody, Karen Sullivan here at lifehealthmore.net, and I'm excited today to tell you that uh, it's Monday. Okay, it's Monday, and it's at the end of a long 2 weeks of having my mom here, which was fantastic, which was really, really wonderful. But there were a lot of thoughts that went through my mind. You know, we are our history, and we are our parents, and we are our lives that we have lived to date, right? You know, we become a product of the past and the experiences that we have. And I have to say that my parents growing up were fantastic folks, and I'm I was greatly blessed, and I'm continue to be blessed that my mom is still here so that I can, spend time with her. It was a rough time for both of us because she's 85 and she's disabled and she's on Medicaid. Praise God that she is, because she does need a lot of help. So I did not anticipate that. And so it was sort of kind of was this monumental thing going on as far as, care. And my heart goes out to my friends and the folks on the East Coast who have been a part of my Repair the Caregiver workshop. You guys rock. I thought I really understood before I actually experienced just a little window. I mean, 2 weeks is nothing compared to what some of the parents who have children with disabilities or chronic illness, not to mention then the other end of the spectrum with people who were caring for their aging parents or siblings for that matter. Newfound respect. You guys are incredible, the things you do for the people who love you, that you love, and of course they love you. But yeah, just incredible. So I'm getting off on a tangent here, but I do feel like I wanted to say, you're wonderful. Caregivers are fantastic. And if anybody is a caregiver and they feel like they'd like to talk to me, I do have a program that I work with people and who are caregivers. So perhaps someday somebody will come and have me come and speak for them. I'd love to do that. Now, my website, lifehealthmore.net, is a advanced training website. I am a personal trainer for those of you that are just coming in and haven't met me before. And I wanted to give you a little bit of an understanding of what my background is. I was a competitive amateur bodybuilder and powerlifter, and I grew up. And I had children, and I gained weight, and I lost weight, and then ended up becoming a personal trainer and fitness instructor. And I've been working with folks since, as well as with the whole nutritional aspect of it, as well as exercise and a little bit of the body mind awareness and motivation. And so that's a little bit of me in a nutshell. You can find me on Life Health More on Facebook, and my YouTube page that has very nearly 200 videos. I'm working up toward that on YouTube, and it's just Karen Sullivan. Okay. So we're doing on the 30th, we're doing a workshop in my home if you live in St. Peter's. And if you're interested, let me know. And it's called The Perfect Human Diet. And it's talking about the problems with a healthy cleanse to try and get things realigned in your colon and your whole digestive tract. And so I'm also doing a webinar on the 31st, the day after, for people on Facebook. Okay. So I will make sure that I post those signups and so that people can register for the ones online. Those of you who are in the area who are interested, make sure you make sure you get to me. You get your punch card, which is your ticket for admission. Please do not take a punch card unless you're interested in coming, and you're really going to make a concerted effort to come. And I know things happen, but if they do come up, then just go ahead and get me that ticket back so that I can pass it along to someone else. Okay, there's limited seating, and so I want to have everybody be able to be here. So we talked about the perfect human diet and what you eat. And so, do you believe that there is a perfect diet to eat? Now, I know that in the industry, whether it's medical or the other side of it, which is the fitness industry, that there are too many diets to even go over, too many diets to even count. Everybody has an opinion. And of course, I have mine. But mine is a little bit different. And that's what this program is going to be about on the 30th. Because first and foremost, I think that the perfect diet is one that when you are eating correctly, your body is fit and healthy. You are able to move. You do not have to be a string bean. You have to recognize that you can move and be active and not feel bogged down by your overweight body, okay? That you have your numbers. I know that we still have to be concerned about blood pressure and cholesterol and those sorts of things, although I'll get into that a little bit more in our workshop. But you want to make sure that you really are well and that you are not full of garbage with the kind of food that you're eating. It was interesting to me that on Saturday night, there was a sermon at my church, and the priest was talking about a study in New York. It was in the New York Times. I did not catch the source that he was quoting and he was reading from, but he was talking about how in the food industry, they actually truly have the science of figuring out the perfect blend between saltiness, sweetness, and fat. You believe it? And you know what wins? Cheetos. Cheetos wins hands down because they have this delectable way of melting in your mouth, and they try very, very hard to make all food, all snacks appeal to someone so that we can't stop eating. You like that? It's kind of irritating. It really is, to think that not only are they providing them and doing it, but they're really kind of, wedging them into our lives with the idea that we will become addicted and we'll eat them and they'll be great. Well, Cheetos, they have absolutely no redeeming factors nutritionally. They don't. I used to talk about Cheez-Its. Oh, I hope I don't get in trouble for this. But truthfully, I used to talk about the fact that this, it's this wad of flour in your stomach that kind of just goes down and bammo, and your body can't digest it. It's the same way with French fries. You eat that, and the fat in it and the potato and the starchiness and everything that's in there gets in your body, and your body cannot digest it not quickly, not well, and you have this whole insulin problem that goes on. It's funny to think that you would have that even with something that's not sugar. So that aside, I think that you need to recognize that the food that you're eating, that's why it's so important to journal. Just get a little notebook and write down the foods that you're eating and how you feel later. And then you will work your way toward designing the perfect human diet for you, the perfect diet for Scott, the perfect diet for Cynthia, the perfect diet for Sharon, for those of you that are here now listening to me. You want to figure out which foods really, really work for you. And it's not so much an allergy to foods, it's a sensitivity to foods. You have to make sure that your body is working right, that it can digest the stuff that you eat. If you are eating foods that you end up, they repeat on you, and it's not an acid reflux problem necessarily, not necessarily, could be, but it could be that it's just your body cannot digest it for whatever. Maybe the acid is too high in it. Maybe the tomatoes, for some reason, you have a sensitivity to that. And I don't know if it would be a sensitivity, probably that before an allergy, but it could be a little of both. Okay. So make sure that everything that you put into your body is going to help you to be the best version of yourself. That's the way it goes. It's really important that the diet will help make you feel good, function well, think well, enjoy life, that you can move around, and that you can do things with friends and with your family and not feel so dragged down that you're just bad, depressed, and out of it with energy. Okay. Now, remember this: food is nutrition to help you to keep going and doing things. Okay. But there's another side of food, that it should be something that is enjoyable. You eating it not because it's what should I say? Not because it just tastes good, but it tastes magnificent, and blends of flavor that sort of like run across your palate, and you are energized just by eating it, and you think, oh my gosh, that's delightful, what a delightful taste. So that when you're eating, you not only are giving good nutrition to your body, but you feel fantastic. You're eating it and it tastes good, and it makes you feel good. So it's more than just trying to, don't go on a diet. Don't decide we're doing carrot sticks and celery sticks for the rest of our lives. That is no way to live. So really take care of the types of things that you're making. Do some advanced preparation. Perfect Human Diet can be real. It absolutely can. And you can get things under control. Just take the time to analyze how your body responds to the food that you're eating. More later. And in the meantime, let me know if you want to be involved in this workshop, and I'll make sure that you get an invitation. I have free gifts. I have participation prizes. So I want you to be there, and because I want you to learn something about what's the best thing for you to be eating. In the meantime, Karen Sullivan, lifehealthmore.net, and please give me a call. I'd love to help you out with your program.